We played 5 games at the Bangor Auditorium, and we bring the house down with game number 6, the Class C Eastern Maine Championship game. A team we expected to be here, the number 1 seed Lee Academy Pandas, and an upstart team, the upset-minded Holton Shiretowners, the 7 seed 11-10. Toby Nelson, Ken Lindelof, and 2 teams, one we expected, one maybe not so much here tonight.
Well, you might say that Holton is the Cinderella story here, the Cinderella team in this tournament. 11-10, 8-10 on the regular season, just kind of snuck in, but they are a team that has been improving day by day, week by week, game by game, and both teams are coming off emotional, hard-fought, last-second victories yesterday. Who can turn the page and move forward and be able to put it past them and be able to perform well tonight?
Yeah, Lee Academy coming in here with an 18-2 record, the number 1 seed in Eastern Maine Class C. A win yesterday afternoon in double overtime over the Pequot Valley Patriots, 51-50, the final score in that one. It was a gut check, a grinder-type game for Lee, but in the end, they eventually won.
Well, yeah, they had a variety of opportunities. Both teams did, really. But at the end, you know, Lee was able to maintain their poise down at the end. They were able to defend that last-second attempt by Bess for Panquist and able to move forward into this championship game.
The Holton Shiretowners are 11-10. Jim Baines works the floor. He's got their head coach, Rob Moran. Jim?
All right, Toby, thank you, Coach Moran. A mere 30 hours ago, we were all abuzz here. We were all drained. We were all excited. And you had a video go viral of that game-winning shot here. And now you got to remind the kids, oh, yeah, we got another game to play here.
Right, and against a great opponent, very good lead team, very talented, and we're going to have to play well.
All right. Before we talk about the game and stuff, just tell what the last, what was it like yesterday? I mean, that fantastic game-winning shot.
It was amazing. It was great for the kids. They were pumped, and I was really happy for them. They've worked very hard to get to this point and have done a great job.
Yeah. And, of course, the fans surrounding you were wide-eyed as well, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, they were a lot of congratulatory things, and it was nice. No doubt about it.
All right. Well, moving on to this one here. Now, if the score's to be believed, you played Lee better the second time than you did the first time, and you did it on their court, if I'm not mistaken.
We did. We don't match up great with Lee in the half court, man-to-man. So they present some problems for us. We're really going to have to buckle down and play defense. They got a lot of slashers at play. And we play some bigs that have trouble guarding slashers. So we'll see. We might see a little bit of zone tonight. We don't normally play a lot of zone. We're not overly effective when we play zone, but we'll see what happens.
All right. Does that mean also slowing the tempo down on offense as well, or are you going to try to do your thing?
We'll run when the opportunity is there. We don't want to force it because we don't want to get up and down completely with these guys. They're probably a little more athletic than we are, but if the opportunity is there for a run out, we'll take it.
All right, very good. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay, and we'll talk to Coach Harris in just a minute.
Okay, Jim, thanks very much. Holton 11-10 coming into this one. A win over GSA in their play-in game, the number 7 seed. They beat number 2 Sumner 69-52 in the quarterfinal. Nick Guillaume and Kyle Bouchard 16 points in that one. And then, of course, as we talked about before, the win over Mattanock Academy, the number 6 seed, 40-39. Kyle Bouchard triggered a second-half comeback. And, of course, Nick Guillaume, the game-winning three-pointer at the buzzer. So the Holton Shiretowners are here. They didn't have a good first half, if you remember right yesterday, Ken. They were down, only scored 11 points, really kind of dead in the water, but they played great in the second half. Right.
Didn't look like they were really even competitive and were going to hang around at all, but managed to find a spark. They played some defense, and they went on an incredible run, keyed by their key player, Kyle Bouchard. And fans haven't seen him. Only a freshman, 6'4", plays like a small forward, plays like a guard, does a little bit of everything. A very talented player for a freshman, one of the best in the state for his age level.
On the other side of the ledger, it's Lee Academy head coach Randy Harris. Jim stands by with him right now. Jim?
All right, thanks, Toby, the defending state champion and the top seed. Lee Pandas have got Randy Harris here. Randy, let's talk about the target. I mean, obviously you felt it when, or maybe you did feel it, being a state championship. What did you think coming into this year?
Oh, you know, number one, you're always the target, I guess, and just our situation with our foreign kids, we take a lot of grief about, you know, so-called recruiting and stuff like that. So, I mean, we're the New York Yankees of high school basketball. So either you're on our side or you hate us. So we understand that and we play. So
hey, you just keep practicing and playing and don't do anything about it.
Bother us. use that as an incentive. Hey, it's us against the world, and we'll battle and see how it goes.
All right, very good. As for the Holden Shiretowners, now they played you a little better on your place the second time.
Actually, both times. Up there, they were ahead by 5 at halftime. We finally pulled ahead fourth quarter, won by 10. At home, we went to overtime. And they're playing very well right now. So I told the kids we didn't play well last night against Benquist. That same kind of happened tonight. We're going to lose.
All right. So what can you learn from those from those near misses there to beat them tonight?
Oh, there's no question. Bouchard, he's not a freshman. Basketball, he might be a freshman age-wise, but basketball-wise, he's as good a player as there is in our class. So, you can't look at it, you're playing against a freshman. You're playing against a very good player, and we're going to have to defend him.
We've seen some up-tempo stuff from you. We will see more of that tonight.
We'd love to do that because if you saw last night, we held the ball a good last shot because we're awful in the half court lately, and we practice and tried everything we can, especially when teams play zone. So we would certainly like to get up and down the floor if they'll do it with us.
Okay, Randy, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Toby.
Okay, Jim, thanks very much. Coach Harris just being honest with what his club has right there. They don't play well in the half court. They play better in transition. That's what they like to do.
Well, I appreciate his blunt speaking, his honesty, and he's a great shooter.
Lee Academy getting here with wins over Orono, 65-38 in the quarterfinals. Boubacar Diallo with 20 points, and they knocked off Penquist yesterday afternoon in double overtime. 51-50, DJ Johnson, 25 points. Diallo and Giselle Elder finished up with 10, and Lee propelled on to the Eastern Maine Championship game. The Lee Academy, of course, the defending state champion. They beat Holton twice, 56-44 the first time around, so a 12-point victory for the Lee Academy Pandas. Second time, it was 79-75, high-scoring affair. Lee Academy eventually won that one, though, in the end.
And Coach Moran hit the nail on the head when he talked about Lee Academy being athletic and having slashers. Particularly, they've got an effective floor general in Boubacar Diallo. He's a 6'3" point guard, sophomore. He can get the ball to the rim, handles the ball extremely well. And Giselle Elder, another effective player, very strong upper body, can really go inside and battle with bigger players. So they're the kind of players, and they're looking at Diallo right there. They're the kind of players that if an offense breaks down, they can create shots and get them on their own. And for Holton, it's Kyle Bouchard has that same kind of ability too. So if your offense breaks down, you can put the ball in his hands and something good can happen.
Yeah, Bouchard with 16 in the quarterfinal, 20 in the semifinal, shaping up to be a very interesting Eastern Maine Championship. If you're just joining us, the Central girls win the Eastern Maine title. They knock off the Stearns Minutemen, final score of 42-41. That game also in overtime. So an exciting first game here at the auditorium. Big crowds, big crowds all day long. I know the afternoon session set an attendance record for the last, I believe, 5 or 6 years as far as the people in here. You could tell they were all the way up into the upper decks.
Yeah, all the way to the top.
Gardner boys winning the Eastern Maine Championship this afternoon. The Presque Isle girls. Earlier this morning, the Washburn girls and the Jonesport Beals boys take home Eastern Maine Championship hardware. And we'll find out who takes home the Class C crown and plays at the Augusta Civic Center next Saturday night. They'll play the winner of the Durigo Old Orchard Beach game, and right now they're at the end of the first quarter. Durigo with a 20-6 lead going into the second quarter. So the Cougars on a crash course to get back to the state championship. That's who Lee beat in last year's state championship game. Holton, the number 7 seed, 11-10, so they were under 500 coming into the tournament. But after their play-in win, their quarterfinal and semifinal, they're over 500 now. The Holton Shiretowners well represented here. Lee Academy on the far side of the floor. There are the Holton cheerleaders coming out to get ready for the starting lineups of this one. And the final game of Championship Saturday here on the stations of the Maine Public Broadcasting Network. We'll be with you next Friday night with Class B state finals, and then all day on Saturday with the C's and D's, also the Class A's. Let's send it over to the table. Public address announcer Reed Duras has your participants.
Between the number 7 seed Shiretowners of Holton High School with a record of 11-10, and the number 1 seed Pandas from Lee Academy with a record of 18-2. And now let's meet the participants for this game. First, the non-starters or the visiting Shiretowners. Freshman number 2, Noah Holmes. Freshman number 4, Jake Drew. Sophomore number 5, Isaac Cohn. Sophomore number 10, Cole Buzzio. Junior number 24, Isaiah Strabel. Freshman number 30, Dan Howe. Senior number 34, Zachariah Harvey. Senior number 42, Cody Woods. And a freshman number 50, Christian Crane. And now the non-starters for the home team at Lee Academy Pandas. Freshman number 1, Nate Thurlow. Sophomore number 4, Devin Peters. Junior number 5, Jason Wu. Junior number 12, Brendan Burgoyne. Freshman number 15, Kyler Peters. Junior number 22, Mike Richardson. A sophomore number 24, Sam Brown. A senior captain number 30, Blaine Guido. And a freshman number 50, Brad Kong. And now the starting lineups for this Eastern Maine Championship. For the Shire Towners, a 6'4" sophomore center, number 12, Elijah Crockett. And for the Pandas, a 6'3" sophomore guard, number 10, Boubacar Diallo. For Holton, a 5'8" sophomore guard, number 14, Nick Guillaud. For Lee, a 5'10" senior guard and a captain, number 11, Jasil Elder. For the Shire Towners, a 6'4" freshman forward and a captain, number 20, Kyle Bouchard. For the Pandas, a 5'8" senior guard and a captain, number 20, Dustin Sawtell. For Holton, the 6'2" junior forward, number 22, Daniel Swallow. For Lee Academy, a 6'3" senior guard, number 21, Harris Karajic. For the Shire Towners, a 5'11" senior guard and a captain, number 40, Doug Dickinson. And for the Pandas, a 6'2" senior guard, number 32, DJ Johnson. Holton is coached by Robert Moran. Lee Academy is coached by Randy Harris. Your officials for this contest, Misters Gallant, Anderson, and Davis. The certified athletic trainer is Phil Matea.
Ready to go for the Class C Eastern Maine Championship, final game of the evening. Well-attended sessions this morning, this afternoon, and tonight. And I'm sure the state finals next week will be very good as well. Both teams getting final instructions from their coaches and their huddles, and the fans getting ready to go for this one.
Very important to see you can get off to a good start right out of the gate. Neither team, you don't want to be battling uphill, fall behind early, and have to slug it out all the way through. So for Lee Academy, it's tempo, up-tempo, try to push the basketball. And for Holton Academy, more of a controlled tempo, and they're going to have their hands full trying to contain the offensive weapons of Lee Academy. And we didn't mention DJ Johnson, also a very effective offensive performer for them. I mean, he wears number 32. Yeah,
Johnson had 25 in the win over Penquist yesterday afternoon. Opening tip taken by the Holton Shire Towners. Skip pass to Bouchard. He stops for three. Off the front rim, no good. And the rebound taken out by Lee Academy. So the Pandas in their first offensive possession, DJ Johnson with Boubacar Diallo out front.
Lee Academy came out in a zone 1-2-2, and now Holton picking up man-to-man, and it's Bouchard matched up with Johnson.
Johnson to Sawtell on the drive, to the glass, it goes, and the foul.
Dustin Sawtell.
Dustin Sawtell on the drive, hits fouled on the way to the hoop.
And there's a good look at Sawtell squeezing through, draws the foul on number 12, Elijah Crockett.
That's Crockett's first. And the free throw, no good for Lee Academy, so the rebound comes away to the Holton Shire Towners. Nick Guillaud, the hero from yesterday's game, with Bouchard. Baseline to Swallow, goes through his hands. Karajic on it towards the baseline, out of bounds.
Put the whistle away!
Ball out of bounds to Lee Academy.
Swallow not ready to receive that pass. A nice no-look pass by Bouchard. Bouchard has excellent vision. He made the game-winning pass. It was Guillaud that hit the shot, but Bouchard's the one that set him up.
Diallo in the paint, little floater, back rim, no good. The rebound ripped down by Holton. Bouchard taking it away for the Holton Shires, getting some pressure out front. Working around the perimeter, Dickinson, now Gio. Gio bringing it up top. Holton looking for their first points of this one, just over a minute gone by in the first quarter. Eastern Maine Class C championship game. Gio. And Dickinson. Gio starts the drive, and he's hit from behind and fouled by Sawtell. Holton gets the inbound on the baseline. State championship game for Class C this year in Augusta. Class D's as well. The Washburn girls will play Richmond. Jonesport Beals boys play Forest Hills. In the corner, Gio for three. Off the mark. Rebound taken down by Giselle Elder. Skied for the board for Lee Academy, and Elder in the front court. Elder had 10 points in the win over Penquist in double overtime on Friday. Three-pointer by Karacic, no good. The rebound taken off by Lee. Another offensive rebound. Sawtell for three, no good. And the board off to Holton. Shires, Gio. Now Bouchard. Guarded by Sawtell. Bouchard, Dickinson. He wants three, no good. Rebound inside, goes to Swallow, puts it up, and a player control foul called on Swallow.
Well, good move offensively by Swallow. Worked hard to get the offensive rebound, but pivoted. Well, right there, you'll see him turn. Pivoted, and it was Sawtell who had established position. Take the bucket away.
Player control foul, so Holton still looking for their first points. Elder to Diallo. Diallo, smooth move in the paint, and he's fouled.
Officials coming out early, blowing the whistle here.
A foul on Doug Dickinson.
There goes Diallo after a little change of direction in the lane.
Shooting 2 shots for lead, number 10, Boubacar Diallo.
Boubacar Diallo at the free throw line. As the first one's good.
Checking in for the Shire Towners, number 10, Cole Buzzio.
Cole Buzzio checking in for Holton. Elijah Crockett checks out. They played twice in the season, Lee winning both of them by 12 and by 4. Second shot's good. 2 of 2 at the free throw line. Lee Academy, first 4 points of the game, and now some pressure put on by Lee.
Three-quarter court pressure.
Gio in the front court for Holton. Bouchard back there as a safety valve, as now they look to set the offense up. Looking for their first points of this Eastern Maine final.
Again, a 1-2-2 zone put up by Lee Academy.
Dickinson. Off to Bouchard. Bouchard drives, goes to the corner. Buzzio back inside. Bouchard, excuse me, the shot put up by Swallow, and he traveled. Swallow got posted up in the low block and took an extra step.
A couple turnovers now against the zone by Holton.
Quick timeout call by Coach Rob Moran of the Holton Shire Towners, so he wants to talk it over with his troops. Slow start for them, but fortunately, with 3 minutes in, they've only given up 4 points.
Right, but they struggled out of the gate yesterday, too.
Yes.
Only had 4 points at the end of the quarter, only 11 at the half before they finally made their move in the third quarter. So they really, that's not a formula for success. They want to start slowly again.
They wanted to get off to a quick start here tonight against Lee Academy. Holton was a number 7 seed coming into this tournament. Played a play-in game, actually, to get here. Beat George Stevens Academy. And then from there, knocked off Sumner and Mattanock. Lee beating number 8 Orono and number 4 Penquist to get to the final. Sawtell gives it to Diallo. Diallo brings the ball up top for Lee Academy. Now Karacic. Diallo and Sawtell. Whistle, 3-second violation on Lee Academy.
And I think it was Johnson who never really got out of the bucket. He posted up, he moved away, but forgot to get outside the lane.
Johnson had a great game yesterday, 25 points. And actually the only 2 points they had in overtime, both at the free throw line. As Guillot, bottled up on the sideline, goes into the corner. Swallow. Now Guillot and Bouchard. Bouchard drives, gives it back to Guillot. Open, three-point shot, yes. That look familiar, Ken?
Well, it's the drive and dish by Bouchard. Gets into the crack of the zone and then kicks it out for Guillot, who nails the three.
So Guillot for three. First points of the game for the Shires, trailing by 1. Karajic gives it to Elder. Elder starts the drive, gives it back to Karajic, and is knocked away. Taken out by Holton. Guillot taking it to the glass, lays it up, no good. And a player control foul called on Nick Guillot.
Good hustle right there by number 20, Sautel, who hustled back to protect the basket, established defensive position, and drew the charge.
Holton foul number 14, Nick Guillot. That's his first, team's fourth. Player control foul.
Foul is the fourth on the team, first on Guillot. As Diallo gives it to Elder. Passes inside Johnson, and it goes out of bounds off Johnson. Hasn't had many touches here in the early going.
No, well, Bouchard's doing a good job defensively on her.
He's the one they really want to try to stop. And of course, you have some other weapons there that have stepped up for Lee throughout the course of the season. This pass comes near side, Guillot. Now Buzzio back to Guillot. Hits Bouchard up top. Bouchard for three, and he gets it.
Bouchard for three.
First lead of the game for Holton. They've hit 2 3-point shots after not scoring for the first 4 minutes. They've hit 2 3-pointers in the last minute, and they've got a 2-point lead. DJ Johnson, guarded by Bouchard. Off to Karajic. He drives to the glass, puts it off, no good. Rebound taken down by Guillot. Guillot, down court pass, goes out of bounds. Off of Johnson. So it stays with the Holton Shiretowners. Holton last won a regional championship in 2004. She went on to win the state final that year as well. Knocked off Jay. Looking to get back to a state championship game. Lee won it last year.
Lee Academy now man-to-man after the 2 3-point buckets by the Shiretowners.
Here's Bouchard, puts it off the glass and in. Posts up inside, puts it in.
Well, he does it all inside and outside.
Bouchard 5 quick points. 8-4. Here's DJ Johnson for three and gets it.
DJ Johnson for three.
Johnson hits a three-pointer and a timeout called. Lee Academy takes the 30-second break, trailing by a point.
Lee Academy calls a
There's the look right there, and Bouchard just gives him just enough room so that Johnson gets a good look and knocks down the three. Johnson and Bouchard are actually very similar players. They both can put the ball on the floor. They can shoot the three. They can score inside. Very athletic. They defend well, so not much to choose between those two. Johnson, the smaller of the two by a couple inches.
Both very good players. Help their team get to where they are right now. That's in an Eastern Maine final. Bouchard now with Guillot. Back near side. Dickinson still in the backcourt. Guillot. Up over midcourt for Holton. Team leads it by 1. Guillot tricky dribbling through. Now Bouchard. Left side tries three. Around and out. Rebound Swallow. And he gets fouled on the way up. Ball halfway down on the three-point shot, but Swallow stayed with it and gets fouled.
Swallow with excellent offensive rebounding position. Was there to collect the offensive board. Now a chance to tack 2 points on.
As the first free throw, no good. Something coming in for Lee is they'll bring in Jason Wu. Swallow, the junior, second shot, no good. Rebound tipped around and taken out by Lee. Diallo for Lee Academy. On the baseline, hangs, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound taken down by Sautel, gives it up top to Johnson. Johnson will go inside, puts it off the glass, no good. And he follows Johnson, puts it up around and in.
Good work by Johnson, stayed with it, got baseline, gets a shot up and then was able to track it down with a putback.
Lee takes the lead back. Bouchard in the front court. Down the lane. Dickinson off the window and in.
Good finish that time by Dickinson.
Holton retakes the lead, 10-9. Didn't score in the first 4 minutes of this one. They've got the scoring going now. Wu with the ball out to Diallo. Diallo steps back, long jumper around and out. Rebound taken down by Holton. Shires have it, minute to play in the first quarter. Here's Gio, drives, and the ball stripped, goes out of bounds off Lee. Gio gets set inbound on the baseline for Holton. Bouchard picks it up, guarded by Sawtell. Now Gio. Gio brings it back up top, and they'll set the offense from there. Dickinson, Bouchard, double teamed on the baseline. Down the lane, Swallow puts it up, no good. Rebound off the Lee Academy, trailing by 1. Johnson to Diallo, stops, pulls up, jumper, back rim, no good. And the rebound off to Bouchard. Quickly down court, Dickinson catches it in stride, lays it in.
And when Bouchard has the ball, if you run the floor, you will be rewarded because he'll find you.
12-9, Holton leading it by 3. Diallo for the Lee Academy Pandas. Picks up the dribble, gives it to Wu, now back in the corner, Johnson. Johnson with 9 seconds. Brings it up top, Bouchard with him, bounces it off, Diallo gets it back with 3. Diallo feeds it inside to Wu, Wu lays it in at the buzzer. Jason Wu with a lay-in at the buzzer, cuts the lead to 1. After 1, Holton 12, Lee 11. We're back after this.
Have you chipped in yet to show your support for high school basketball on MPBN? All it takes is a quick $5 online donation. We call it a high five. For less than the price of a ticket to a single game, MPBN brings the entire tournament right to your TV, phone, or mobile device. If that's worth $5 to you, give MPBN a high five. Go to mpbn.net/basketball and click on the support button. Your support is more important than ever.
If you're a fan of high school basketball, become a fan of MPBN basketball on Facebook. There's photos, videos, and more. Join the conversation with more than 4,000 other high school basketball fans at facebook.com/MPBNbball. 12-11 the score after 1. Nice finish to the first quarter for Lee Academy.
Right, and Wu had to finish in a hurry because that clock was winding down. Just did beat the buzzer.
So Wu's laying at the buzzer, cuts it to a 1-point game. Boubacar Diallo to inbound for Lee Academy to start the second quarter.
Lee Academy ball to begin the second quarter.
And Holton started the game. They seemed kind of out of sync, but now they're a lot more, appreciably more comfortable.
Elder gets the inbounds pass from Diallo, and we start the second quarter. Sawtell off to Wu up top, working around the perimeter. Diallo gives it out to Johnson, stops. Johnson for 3, front rim no good. Rebound off to Holton. Dickinson with it. And he has it stripped away from behind. Sawtell with a steal, and now it's out to Johnson. Johnson to Diallo, takes his man off the drive and travels.
Traveling violation.
Brad Kong checking in.
Brad Kong.
And Diallo will take a seat on Coach Randy Harris's bench. And Elijah Crockett back in for Holton. Cole Buzzio checks out. Kong, tallest player on the floor right now. They bring Crockett in to match a little size with Kong inside. At the free throw line, Crockett dumps down low. Bouchard catches, feels the contact, puts it up no good, draws the foul.
A little high-low game there from the high post. The ball is dumped inside to Bouchard, who had position on Johnson.
Kyle Bouchard heading to the free throw line.
There you see the up fake. The contact, and now Bouchard at the line for 2.
Foul on Johnson is his first. As Bouchard missed the first. 5 points so far for Bouchard. And 1 more for the very talented freshman. Second one front rim, no good. Rebound taken off by Johnson. Down court pass, Jasil Elder. Elder hands off to Sawtell. Sawtell drives in the corner to Wu, wasn't ready for it. It goes through his hands, out of bounds. Another sub checking in is Harris Karadzic coming back in.
21, Harris Karadzic.
We've got a halftime score in Western Maine Class A. It's Bonnie Eagle 25 and Deering 19.
Class A game winner gets Hamden Academy. Half in Augusta. Dirigo leading Old Orchard Beach 28-18. Winner of this one plays the winner of that one at the Civic Center 7 days from now. On the baseline, Bouchard hangs, puts it off the backboard, no good. But it comes down to Holton. Crockett in the lane. Shot can't get it to fall. Fight for the rebound, taken out by Elder. Jasil Elder into front court now. Karadzic, corner Johnson. Johnson back to Elder. Lee Academy, and leaning in Johnson, player control foul.
Yeah, just lowered his shoulder a little bit. Bouchard able to cut him off and draw the charge. There you'll see the lowered shoulder. Bouchard had moved his feet nicely into position.
So Lee Academy goes back on the defensive side of things. No scoring so far in this second quarter. It was 12-11 after one, and that's where we stand right now. Pass inside. Knocked off Lee.
And pass to nowhere.
Goes out of bounds, so stay with Holton.
For the pin is number 10, Boubacar Diallo.
Diallo back in, Johnson out with the foul trouble, now with 2. Pass comes in, stolen by Diallo. Goes the other way. Quick crossover in the lane, puts it up. Off the glass, no good. Ball out of bounds, goes to Holton.
A lot of contact there and no call.
So Holton gets the ball back, leading by 1. Gio off to Dickinson. Lob pass inside, and a foul as they lobbed it into Bouchard. He's been going on the low block quite a bit here this evening.
And Kong came over from the backside, left his feet when he didn't have to do so. Could have just moved into position to challenge Bouchard.
Kong's foul is his first. And the 5th on the team. Ball stolen away, taken out by Lee.
Unable to feed the post that time.
Elder gives it to Diallo. Wants a screen set for him. Now they bring it back up top. Elder faked on the three-point shot. Gives it back. Diallo. And the drive by Karadzic. Lost it on the way up. Crockett pulls it down for Holton. Down court passes. Dickinson broke for it. Tries to go up with a shot. Puts it up and in. Wave it off. Traveling.
Troubling violation.
Well, good defense at the Holton end. They shut off the drive by Karadzic, and then an opportunity for Dickinson at the other end. Good defense by Diallo, who hustled back.
Got back and caused the travel. Still no points scored in this second quarter for either team. Back door, Diallo lays it in.
Boubacar Diallo.
So Diallo with the lay-in, 13-12. Lee Academy leading Holton. Is in the front court for the Holton Shire Towners. Crockett from the foul line. Jumper's good.
And that's a big shot. Holton's going to need some points from people other than Bouchard and Guillaume.
Here's Wu. Dumps it to Kong on the baseline. Takes it strong to the glass. Layup no good, and a foul. That sends Brad Kong to the free throw line. Foul goes against Crockett.
Number 12, Elijah Crockett. That's his
Second on Crockett. And at the free throw line, shooting 2, Brad Kong. As the first shot's good.
In the game for Holton, number 24, Isaiah Strabel.
Isaiah Strabel checking in for Holton. Crockett checks out with the 2 fouls. Second shot for Kong, no good. And the rebound taken off by Holton. 1 of 2 at the line, tied at 14, under 5 to play in the first half. Pass down low, Bouchard catches, tries to go up, puts it off the glass and in.
Kyle Bouchard.
Nice post feed that time, successfully got the ball to Bouchard down low.
Back up to a 2-point Holton lead. Wu with Diallo. And the lob pass inside, and a holding foul called against Gio.
Yeah, Elder was trying to post up Gio down low. Elder has the size and strength advantage.
So Gio now with 2 for Holton. Crockett has 2 as well. And Diallo to inbound for the Lee Academy Pandas. As it comes in the corner, Karajic, long jumper. Can't get it to fall. Rebound taken down by Holton. So Dickinson pulls it out, gives it off to Bouchard. Bouchard into front court. As the ball is kicked, but a reach-in foul. So a reach-in foul called on Lee. That goes on Karajic.
Lee Academy foul number 21, Harris Karajic. That's his
second on Karajic, and the 6th on the team. Both teams next foul shooting a 1-and-1. Into the corner, Dickinson. Knocked away from Diallo and stolen away. 2-point Holton lead. Diallo on the drive. Hanks puts a shot up, no good. Rebound, Karajic couldn't control it, but takes it out to the corner. Karajic, long jumper, can't get it to fall. Elder pulls it down for Lee. Neither team shooting the lights out here today. Shot put up by Elder and a blocking foul on Holton. That goes on Isaiah Strabel.
Maybe not so great decision making by Lee. Those 3-4 shots in a row. Starts with Diallo, who was really shut off, threw it up there, then Karajic tried the same, and then Elder. Elder got the bailout foul, and he'll have an opportunity for 2 shots.
Jasil Elder at the free throw line for 2. Takes his time, and the first one's good. Elder played on the state championship team last year for the Lee Academy Pandas. Dustin Sawtell back in now for Lee, and Brad Kong goes to the bench. Elder with the second shot. And that one around no good. Rebound taken off by Bouchard. Bouchard with the board. His team leads by 1. Now to Gio. Gio in the front court with Bouchard. Guarded by Karajic. And Bouchard hands it off to Gio. Gio, the screen and roll, looking for Bouchard. Knocked away and stolen. Down court pass, it goes to Karajic, to the glass, lays it in.
And good defense by Karajic. Got the deflection, turns into a steal. He hustles down and gets 2 points.
His first 2 points of this Eastern Maine final, and Lee takes the lead back. Bouchard off to Gio, now back to Bouchard. Looks up top. At the free throw line, Dickinson, pull up jumper, got it.
Doug Dickinson.
So Dickinson with the jumper. 3 minutes to play in the half. Back to a Holton lead. Sawtell lost it going up, taken away by Dickinson. And now a reach-in foul called on Lee Academy. Foul on the Shires, excuse me, on the Lee Academy Pandas with Dustin Sawtell.
Yep.
That's his
Second on Sawtell, and the walk the other way for a free throw. 1-1 coming for Doug Dickinson. Cole Buzzio back in for Holton.
We're in the 1-on-1 situation both ways for the remainder of the half. Just under 3 minutes.
At the free throw line, it's good for Dickinson. He'll get one more. Nice half for Dickinson, 7 points.
Yeah, he's scored on a couple of runouts. Hit a nice jumper just a minute ago.
Second shot's good. 2 of 2 at the line for Dickinson. And Holton out to a 3-point lead, 20-17. Elder with the basketball now for Lee. At the free throw line, Diallo. Diallo down the lane, the layup no good. Rebound fought for, taken out by Bouchard of Holton. Bouchard gives it to Gio.
Good look by Diallo. Made a nice move to get into the lane. Unable to convert.
Hands off to Bouchard, who holds. Karajic on him. He's backed off to the top of the key. Now Dickinson. Back to Bouchard. Bouchard drives by, shovel pass off underneath. Caught by Swallow off the glass and in.
And Swallow was ready that time. It was a couple passes he wasn't ready for early in the game. Nice feed by Bouchard.
6-0 run for the Shires to take the 5-point lead. Under 2 to play in the first half. Here's Sawtell for Lee Academy. Gives it to Karadzic. Karadzic goes baseline on Swallow. Shot deflected away. Goes out to midcourt. Sawtell picks it up. Sawtell drives. He's fouled on the way to the hoop and lays it in. So presence of mind by Sawtell to pick it up.
And Rob Moran can't be too happy with that. Sawtell taking the ball, picking up the ball at half court, driving all the way right there.
One shot for number 20.
From midcourt all the way, lays it in.
So Sawtell with the hoop, the chance for the 3-point play, cuts the lead to 3. As the free throw's good. (22-20). Holton with a 2-point lead, 1.5 minutes to play in the first half from the Bangor Auditorium, the Class C Eastern Maine Championship game. Bouchard guarded by Karadzic out front. Dribbling out near midcourt. Bouchard drives, dumps it down inside. Swallow lost the handle, but able to shovel it back out to Bouchard for 3. Yes.
Bouchard for 3.
Well, not the prettiest play, but effective. It puts 3 points on the board for Holton.
Not what they wanted necessarily, but they'll take the outcome with a 3-pointer, as you said. So a 5-point lead back. Karadzic up top for 3. Around no good. Rebound taken off by Holton. Here's Gio for the Shires. Gio gives it out to Bouchard. Coach Rob Moran hollering out instructions, what he'd like to see his team do. Holding the ball, Bouchard. Now the 5-second count on him. He'll start to dribble as Karadzic comes out. Gives it out to Gio. Gio, 25 seconds. Now Bouchard. And gives it back to Gio. Play for the final shot here of the first half, leading by 5. Bouchard, 11 seconds. With Gio, Bouchard picks it up with 6. Gives it back to Gio with 4. Gio steps in, puts up a 3-point shot off the glass, no good. Buzzer sounds and the first half comes to an end from the Bangor Auditorium. Holton took them a few minutes to get on the scoreboard, Ken, but their offense started to go. Defense worked out pretty well for them as well, and they have a 5-point lead going to the locker room.
Well, they've got to be pretty happy with where they are right now. They've got a lot of work to do, though, obviously, and so does Randy Harris. They just went cold in that second quarter. They had some pretty good looks. They had some attempts going to the basket and in the lane, unable to convert. They also had a couple of quick shots and maybe ill-advised shots as well. So that'll have to be addressed.
25-20, the Holton Shire Towners with the lead at the half in this Class C Eastern Maine Championship game. The number 7 seed leading number 1, but I'm sure strategy will be talked over in the locker room by both clubs.
Well, we'll see if Lee tries to ratchet up their pressure, but they haven't been able to get into their pressure because they haven't been scoring with regularity. Holton's done a good job on the backboards on the defensive end, limiting Lee for the most part just to 1 shot.
The Holton Shire Towners leading the Lee Academy Panthers, trying to get to a state championship game for the first time since 2004. Of course, Lee Academy there last season. 5-point game at the half. We'll be back to the Bangor Auditorium in just a moment.
High school basketball on MPBN is made possible by viewers like you and by Machias Savings Bank, a community bank committed to the economic development of eastern and northern Maine since 1869. MachiasSavings.com. OTT Communications, connecting your world, dedicated to the customers and communities they serve, proudly supporting Maine high school basketball. OTTCommunications.com.
The New England School of Communications. Your passion, our experience, your future. Visit us online at nescom.edu.
High school basketball on MPBN. It's been a Maine tradition for 33 years. And it's made possible because viewers like you recognize the value and support it. You can show your support right now when you order a DVD copy of this or any other game, and the proceeds help to ensure high school basketball will remain on MPBN for years to come. Our tournament coverage has always been member-supported, and your support is more important than ever.
At the Bangor Auditorium, Toby Nelson, Ken Lindelof with you at the half, 25-20. The lead for the Holton Shiretowners, the number 7 seed over the number 1 seed, Lee Academy Pandas. Third member of our broadcast crew is Jim Baines. He's on the floor right now. Jim?
Yeah, I'm on the floor, right? I'm probably on the most dangerous spot here in the Bangor Auditorium. I just got pelted with water right now. We got a bit of a leakage issue here in the old Bangor Auditorium. And before we get to that, if camera 2, I believe that's you up there, Kimball. Yeah, you, sir. If you get a shot of these Band-Aids on the roof. You're going to see a black tarp with some hoses. There's 2 of them up there. What these are designed to do are to capture the rain that comes in and the precipitation, the leakages most likely. The hoses grab them, take them, and right out of the building here. That's what those things are designed to do. But we can't get everything here. So I got Jerry Gosser, who's been cleaning up messes here and there from time to time. Is that so?
Just one of the hazards of the old auditorium. A slow drip on the floor, and every time there's a 30-second or 60-second timeout, we come out and make sure that it's dry. And all day long, it's been no problem. We've been able to stay ahead of it.
All right. I don't know how well we can capture this, but we got drops, all right. 1 drop here. Drops here, drops here, drops here. There's several of them. And like I said, I got pelted along the way. And this is what Jerry's basically been doing, just drying up, catch as you catch can. So far, nobody's been hurt so far.
It hasn't affected play whatsoever because of the fact that we get out and keep it dry.
Excellent here. But, this, like I said, this is the old Bangor Auditorium. That's one of the reasons we got a new one coming. You just deal with what you can.
Yeah, we do what we have to do.
All right, very good here. All right, very good. Well, again, we got some Band-Aids up top. We just dry as you can. Toby, back to you.
Okay, Jim, thanks very much. Again, some of the things that happen here at the old barn. You have drips, leaks, cold, sometimes no heat, sometimes too much heat. Halftime stats here, 25-20.
Just like an old house.
It is, yes.
Well, we take a look here at Holton and Lee Academy. Obviously, Holton with the edge in field goal percentage. Free throws only 2 for 6. And a few too many turnovers, I think, for Holton having 9. Lee Academy was 6. And pretty cool shooting for Lee Academy. They'd like to get better shots in the second half. I'm sure Coach Harris is talking about shot selection because a few of them were forced in that first half. A few of them were quick early in the possession, and I think they can do a better job in that department.
Leading numbers as far as scoring-wise for the Holton Shiretowners, Kyle Bouchard with 10 first-half points and 8 for Doug Dickinson. Dickinson had a pretty good quarterfinal, was obviously good in the semifinal, but his 8 points helped them early on trying to get some scoring when Bouchard was struggling a bit.
Well, they got to find scoring from a lot of sources. Bouchard can't do it all by himself. So Swallow has chipped in with a couple of buckets. I think Crockett nailed a free throw jumper. Guillot made a 3, and I don't think he's done anything other than that. That's it.
Yep.
And other than that, it's been Bouchard. And the Holton defense, really have to credit them. They've been able to keep Lee Academy from getting quality looks and easy baskets. They're helping interior help in the lane has been good. And so that's a formula for success that they want to be able to repeat. If you're Lee Academy, they need to start scoring so they can set up their pressure and really try to up-tempo Holton, who really doesn't want to play a rapid pace.
For Lee Academy, led by Dustin Sawtell and DJ Johnson, both with 5 points, and 4 points for Boubacar Diallo, leading the way for the Lee Academy Panthers. 25-20 at the half. We'll be back in just a moment.
High school basketball on MPBN is made possible by viewers like you and by
Hammond Lumber Company, a Maine family business serving contractors and do-it-yourselfers with building supplies and custom services in the store and at the job site since 1953.
Your local credit union is with you every stage of your life with auto, home, and a variety of other loans. Look into Maine's credit unions. You'll like what you see.
Southern Maine Community College. Committed to higher education, lower tuition, and your success.
MEMIC, a workers' compensation insurance company with Maine roots, serving over 45 states. Now accepting applications for the Horizon Scholarship for dependents of injured workers.
Time Warner Cable Sports, committed to bringing you coverage of your favorite local teams.
At the Bangor Auditorium, Toby Nelson, Ken Lindelof getting set for second half action. 25-20. The lead for Holton over Lee Academy. Now earlier tonight actually, the Class C Girls Championship was handed out. That went to Central. The number 3 seed Red Devils defeat number 4 Stearns 42-41. That game in overtime. So Central will move on to the state championship game where they'll play Halldale. Halldale Bulldogs knock off Waynfleet earlier tonight 43-36. That game played down at the Augusta Civic Center. If you missed it earlier today, the Class B championship played this afternoon here in Bangor. The Presque Isle girls beat Nokomis 52-40, and number 3 Gardner knocks off previously unbeaten number 1 MDI 70-58. So the Wildcats and Tigers will represent Eastern Maine in the state championship games. Presque Isle girls play Lake Region. The Gardner boys will play Yarmouth. And earlier today, actually the morning session, the Class D championships handed out. Jonesport Beals boys and Washburn boys. Washburn girls are picking up the victory. Jonesport Beals plays Forest Hills. The Washburn girls will play Richmond in the state final in Augusta next Saturday afternoon.
We got a couple other games underway right now as well. In Western Maine C, it's Dirigo 45 and Old Orchard Beach 28 with just under a minute to go in the third. And over in Western Maine Class A, it's 30 apiece between Bonnie Eagle and Deering with 3 minutes to go in the third.
Class A final in Portland this year. Winner of that Bonnie Eagle Deering game plays Hamden Academy. Broncos knocked off Mount Blue 46-44 last evening. Coney girls also picking up a win over Edward Little. They'll play Macaulay in the state final. Holton's ball starting the third quarter. They go right inside to Bouchard. Bouchard on the baseline, can't get the shot to go. A rebound ripped out by Giselle Elder of Lee. Pandas want to get the tempo going here. Is driving. Boubacar Diallo lays it in.
Boubacar Diallo.
Well, they need to get Diallo and Elder on track to really haven't been very productive offensively. And that's a good start.
Gio now with Dickinson in the backcourt as Lee extends that zone trap, trying to force Holton into a few turnovers. Bouchard has the ball knocked away. Johnson with a steal. Shovels it off. Nice pass to Elder. Lays it up, no good. Rebound. Diallo puts it up on the baseline. Can't get it to fall. And as Karadzic with the shot is tipped away. Comes out to Sawtell and a foul. It goes against Gio. For Gio, his third.
Well, physical action right there. Bouchard had a block shot at the other end. Holton with a turnover, a late pass.
Third, team's first of the second half.
Lee inbounds. Boubacar Diallo. As it comes in to Elder. Now Sawtell. Diallo with the ball back. Elder posts up inside. They dump it down inside to him. Puts a shot up. Can't get it to go. Ball out of bounds. Stays with Lee.
Bouchard's defense, help defense, might have altered the shot by Elder that time too.
Pass in the corner. The drive, Karadzic lost it on the way up, comes right down to Diallo on the baseline, puts it up and in. He's got 4 quick points here for Lee and cuts it to a 1-point game.
Taking the ball to the basket, Boubacar Diallo.
For Holton, Dickinson, triple team in the baseline out to Gio. Now Bouchard. Back to Gio in the corner. Drives baseline, floater, no good, and a foul goes on Karadzic.
The Academy back to their half-court trap.
The Academy foul number 21 Harris.
At the free throw line, shooting 2, Nick Gio, his third on Karadzic. He has 3, Gio with 3 for Holton. And the first shot good.
Back in for Lee Academy number 5, Jason Wu.
Wu checks in. And checking out is Harris Karadzic with the 3 fouls. Free throw good for Gio. 2 for 2 at the line. He's got 5 points in this final. And Holton back on top by 3. Diallo for Lee Academy. The Pandas, the defending state champions. Diallo shot's good. He's come alive here in this third quarter, Ken.
Diallo determined, had a poor first half, and he's come out strong.
All 6 points for Lee in the third quarter. Gio up over midcourt for the Shires. Works the ball into the corner. It's Bouchard. Drives by Elder. Quickly double team. They shovel it back to Gio. Guarded by Diallo. A whistle. Timeout called by Coach Rob Moran of the Holton Shire Towners.
Gio does a good job. Looks like he's about to get trapped, and he's able to fake and step through.
Production of high school basketball on MPBN is made possible through a partnership with the New England School of Communications in Bangor. MPBN would like to thank the students and staff for their invaluable assistance in the broadcast of this game and other events throughout the year. For more information on the New England School of Communications, you can go to nescom.edu. 27-26. Holton with the lead over the Lee Academy Pandas in this Eastern Maine Championship game. After the timeout, Lee Academy ball near side. Swallow inbounds for Holton. So he gets the pass in. Is out near midcourt. Gio quickly double team. Ball thrown away. Head of the pack. It goes to Diallo. Goes to the glass. Lays it in.
Boubacar Diallo. That time the double team against Gio was successful. He coughed it up, and it turns into 2 points for Diallo.
So Diallo with a lay-in. All 8 points for Lee in this quarter off his fingertips, and they have the lead back. Ball stolen. Elder worked the steal, went to Sawtell, and now Johnson for Lee Academy. Off in the corner, Diallo tries 3. High off the rim, no good. Taking the rebound down, Kyle Bouchard.
And Bouchard's been pretty quiet so far.
Off to Gio, down low, Dickinson lays it in.
Nice alert pass that time by Gio. Dickinson again running the floor.
So the layup for Dickinson. He's got 10. And Holton retakes the lead, 29-28. Johnson up top for 3. Side of the rim, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds.
Johnson had a clean look at it.
For the Shire Towners, number 10.
Cole Buzzio in now for the Shire Towners. And checking out Elijah Crockett, going to Rob Moran's bench. Gio with Dickinson.
And so far, Kyle Bouchard not getting very many touches at all.
Ball knocked away, goes to Diallo. Lays it up and in.
Boubacar Diallo.
This third quarter's been all Diallo for Lee.
All 10 of their points, thanks to Boubacar Diallo.
Another
Ball
turnover.
Stolen back. Diallo again to the glass, lays it up, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it up, can't get it to fall. Tip up by Johnson's good.
DJ Johnson.
Johnson with the basket. Lee playing with intensity. Timeout called by Holton with 4:28 to play in the third.
So Lee Academy comes out in this third quarter with half-court traps, taking the ball out of the hands of Bouchard. They've been able to hit Holton with a number of steals and deflections. Holton hit with the turnover bug right now. And there you see Diallo missing an easy one, but staying with it is Johnson, who finishes on the putback.
DJ Johnson with 7 points. Diallo now 14. 10 of them coming in this quarter. And Lee Academy has retaken the lead, 32-29. 4:28 to play in the third quarter. Western Maine game in the fourth quarter right now. Dirigo leading Old Orchard Beach by 22 points.
And it's Deering up by 2 against Bonnie Eagle at the end of 3. Got to thank my shut-in friends from Central Maine for keeping me posted.
All right. You're out working.
That's right.
So, good to have friends, right? Holton inbounds for the, in the backcourt. It's Gio off the Bouchard. Bouchard to Guillot. They break the time stripe, and again, pressure put on by Lee. Guillot drives right through it, lays it up, no good. Rebound taken down by Lee Academy. DJ Johnson. Bouchard picks him right up as Johnson gives it up top. As Diallo puts it up. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound ripped out by Swallow. Knocked away. Holton able to maintain possession. And a foul called on Lee. Either Diallo or Elder.
Well, he was triple teamed that time.
Lee Academy foul on number 10, Boubacar Diallo.
Diallo called for the foul, just his first.
And even though that last attempt by Holton is not going to count as a turnover, really it might as well have been because they got going too fast. So they've been able to turn Holton over and make him play fast.
Inside, Dickinson catches underneath the basket, puts it in. Nice move by Dickinson.
Doug Dickinson.
Holton, looks like they've gone into his zone.
Got 2-3 zone.
Diallo. Elder inside, it goes to Sawtell, the runner, no good. Rebound taken down by Holton.
I think Sawtell was a little bit more open than he thought he was going to be.
Bouchard able to get by his man, pulls up foul line, can't get the roll. Rebound taken off by Lee. Johnson, his team leads it by 1. As the pass knocked away, coming to the near side with it, Jason Wu picks it up for Lee Academy. Wu to Johnson for 3, off the mark. Rebound taken down by Holton. It's stripped away, picked back up by Sawtell. Sawtell on the baseline, no good. Tip up, Diallo can't get it to go. And a foul from behind after Bouchard rips it down for the Shires.
And the foul might have been a good thing for Lee Academy because Bouchard had his head up. He was going to make an outlet pass, and at the other end was Dickinson, who was going to probably score another layup.
On number 10, Boubacar Diallo.
Foul on Diallo, his second, third on the team. Down court. They go right inside, not ready for it. Cole Buzzio saves it in. Right to Bouchard, pulls up from 17, yes.
Again, a little bit of accidental offense.
Holton retakes the lead, 33-32. A lot of time, 2:39 to play in the third quarter from the Bangor Auditorium. At the free throw line, Wu drives through, gives it baseline. Sawtell puts up with the jumper and gets it to go.
Nice job penetrating the zone that time. And Wu comes up with a nice assist.
So Sawtell with the basket, back to a 1-point lead. Buzzio for 3, no good. Rebound fought for, tied up. Possession arrow favors Lee.
Alternate possession to Lee Academy.
Lee Academy gets it on the jump ball, possession arrow. Pass comes in. Lee with a 1-point lead. 2:10 to work with in this third quarter. Johnson around the perimeter. Diallo up top for 3, no good. Rebound taken down inside by Johnson, fouled. That one goes on Doug Dickinson. Diallo's everywhere, scoring, going to the hoop. Getting some quality rebounds for this Lee Academy team.
40, Doug Dickinson, that's his second.
But the zone has slowed them down somewhat. Lee Academy's defense has forced Holton to speed up, and Holton's defense is forcing Lee Academy to slow down.
We get a timeout called.
Lee Academy calls a 60-second timeout.
So a timeout called as player for Lee, I believe, may have some blood on the uniform. He's got to go to the locker room to change it.
Well, it looked like they got the extra shirt out, so I think that's what's happening.
As Diallo is going to go to the locker room, he'll change numbers. And they call a timeout so they can keep him in the game.
Probably not a bad thing. They have time to talk about how they want to attack this zone, too. One thing you don't want to do against the zone is pass around the perimeter and just hoist up threes. You need to penetrate the zone with either a dribble or a pass to get quality looks.
So Diallo now playing with number 33. And after the timeout, Lee Academy ball.
10, Boubacar Diallo for Lee Academy, now wearing number 33.
34-33, Lee leading by 1. Diallo's changed jersey numbers. The pass comes in up top to Sawtell. Now Johnson. In the corner, Elder catches, gives it back to Diallo. Diallo to Sawtell, left him open, three-point shot, no good. Rebound taken down by Diallo, puts it up and can't get it to go, but gets fouled. So Diallo with another quality rebound. And going to the free throw line, Diallo to shoot 2.
There you see Diallo hangs, draws the contact, and he's going to go to the free throw line.
Number 33, Boubacar Diallo at the line for 2.
Diallo shooting 2. And the first free throw, no good. Second shot for Diallo. And he gets out. So 1 of 2 at the free throw line for Diallo. 2-point Lee Academy lead. Gio gives it to Dickinson, who's had a heck of a game here. 12 points for the Holton Shires.
Now they've softened up that zone pressure. They're playing more of a half-court zone.
Out to Buzzio for 3, yes.
And they run their offense once again through Bouchard. They throw it to him down low. He kicks it out.
So Buzzio for 3 and a traveling violation. So a turnover on Diallo.
Changing defenses again after that 3. They're going back to man-to-man.
For the Shires. Gio in the front court. Team leads it by 1. Just over a minute to play in the third quarter. Bouchard guarded by Wu. Going to take him to the glass. Bouchard floats one up there, no good. And the rebound off to Wu of Lee. Down court, Elder. Elder gives it to DJ Johnson. He's left open straight away for 3. Off the back rim, no good. Elder pulls it down. Gives it back to Johnson. Off to Sawtell. Sawtell drives the lane, puts it up, and a player control foul on Sawtell. Sawtell call for the player control foul.
There you see the penetration.
Sawtell, his third, team's 4.
The bump.
Player control foul.
So a turnover. Holton with the ball back, leading by 1. They led by 5 at the half. Lee came out hot and got up by as many as 3. Driving is Bouchard. He's fouled. There's Elder in there. Also Wu.
Lee Academy foul on number 11. Just
foul's going to go on Elder.
That's clearly a foul there that time. Elder made sure that Bouchard wasn't going to get to 2 points. Going to have to earn it at the free throw line. So the young freshman.
Bouchard 0 for 2 from the line and makes the first. 13 points.
Number 4, Jake Drew.
Jake Drew checking in. And Gio gets a little break here with 34 seconds. Just an extended quarter break, probably. And the second shot for Bouchard. That one's good. 2 of 2. Holton back on top by 3. 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Diallo gives it to Elder, now in the corner. Driving Johnson. And the step out of bounds or a foul? Looks like a foul called on Holton.
Holton foul number 20, Kyle Bouchard.
On Bouchard.
The officials have been very active tonight in calling fouls, any kind of contact, but they've been consistent.
Diallo in the corner for 3. It's off the mark. Rebound taken down by Bouchard. 3-point lead, 18 seconds to play. Dickinson off in the corner. Bouchard gets it back for the Shires with 9 seconds. Guarded by Wu. Bouchard with 5 starts to make his move. Bouchard up top, kicks it over. Buzzio for 3 off the side of the rim, no good. Third quarter comes to an end from the Bangor Auditorium. Shires with a 38-35 lead. Back with fourth quarter action after this. Now just a reminder about cheerleading next Saturday at 6 o'clock. Tune in for highlights from the classes B and C performances, including the winning routines. For any questions or any information, go to mpbn.net/basketball. As the cheerleading competitions were a couple weeks ago, we aired some of it earlier this evening. We'll air the B and C's next week. Fourth quarter about ready to get underway. Holton with a 3-point lead, 38-35 over Lee Academy. Number 7 leading number 1 in this Eastern Maine final.
And we got ourselves a dandy here tonight, Toby. Toby, with 8 minutes to go, it's anybody's game, really.
It was a 5-point game at the half. Lee outscoring Holton 15-13 in that quarter. And the fourth quarter underway. Guillot for the Shiretowners.
Extended pressure again.
Bouchard up top, tries 3. It's off the front rim, no good. Rebound taken down by Diallo. Diallo for Lee to DJ Johnson. Fires it down inside. Karadzic puts it off the glass and in.
Harris Karadzic.
Nice look that time by Johnson. Just a little bit of an up fake. Got everybody focused on him, and he found Karadzic all alone and converted the 2 points, and now to the line to tie the ball game up.
One shot for number 21, Karadzic.
38-37. Harris Karadzic. The free throw is good. Ties the ball game up with the conventional 3-point play. 38 apiece. Guillot gets it into the front court, knocked away, goes out of bounds off of Lee. So stays with Holton. Western Maine C final. Durigo leading Old Orchard Beach by 22. Just under 2 minutes to play in that one. In the corner, Buzzio for 3. Misses. Rebound comes away to Wu. Wu down court, Diallo. Diallo starts his drive through the lane. Diallo puts it up around, no good. Diallo comes down with it, puts it up and in.
Boubacar Diallo.
Diallo not to be denied around the hoop. We got a Western A final, and it was Deering with a 3-point shot at the buzzer, winning over Bonnie Eagle 45-42.
Wow. So Deering and Hamden for the A final. Shot inside, no good. Put back by Swallow, can't get it to fall. The rebound to Johnson. Only 2 games in the state left to be decided to figure out what state championship games will happen next week, and they happen to be both in Class C. On the baseline, Johnson up off the glass and in.
And there's that diagonal pass against the zone. First it was Johnson who found Karadzic, and this time it was Diallo who found Johnson.
So Johnson with the shot off the glass and in, and Lee Academy now leads it by 4. 42-38. Shires have been outscored 7-0 in the first minute and a half of the fourth quarter. So Coach Rob Moran right now talking strategy over with his kids, as well as Coach Randy Harris of Lee.
Well, every time it looks like Lee is going to assert themselves, taking control of the game, Holton hangs in there, finds a way to score, finds a way to get stops, and gets themselves back in front of the game. So we expect nothing less here. Holton's been there before in this contest. It's kind of the way they played the last game as well. So they go through little spells, or dry spells, but usually something good happens when Kyle Bouchard gets quality touches.
Shires break the huddle. It'll be their ball, the Holton ball in the backcourt.
And we'll see if Lee Academy, what they do defensively. They've mixed up. They've played 3 or 4 different kinds of defenses tonight. Haven't stuck with anything for too very long. So now it's just man-to-man. Karadzic draws the assignment of Kyle Bouchard.
So Guillot gets the ball off on the far side. Dickinson drives to the hole. He's fouled. So a chance for a couple free throws here for the Holton Shiretowners with a clock stop, trailing by 4.
Lee Academy foul number 5, Jason Wu.
Jason Wu.
Team 6.
The first foul on Wu.
Shooting 2 for Holton, number 40, Doug Dickinson.
Doug Dickinson at the line. First one is good.
And Wu might have been better served simply to move his feet and cut off the driving Dickinson rather than leaving his feet and fouling.
13 points for Dickinson. And the second shot, no good. Rebound comes away to Diallo. Diallo with the rebound. Team leads it by 3. Coach Randy Harris telling his team to spread the floor. Diallo very quick off the dribble. Diallo drives, puts it up, no good. Rebound, tipped around, comes down to Elder on the baseline. Skips it out to Johnson, and they'll spread the floor again.
And Diallo so smooth when he goes in there. Looks like it's going to be an easy layup, but unable to finish.
Foul on Kyle Bouchard.
On the foul number 20, Kyle Bouchard. That's his
With under 6 minutes to play, a 3-point Lee Academy lead. Diallo gets a chance to inbound here for Lee. Into Wu. Out to Elder. And now Diallo. Hands it to Wu. Running a wheel out front. Karadzic on the drive. Up and under. Shot's good. Tough shot.
Here is Karadzic.
Saw just a little bit of an opening, but a very difficult finish and an athletic move.
So Karadzic with the bucket. 7 points. 5 of them coming in this quarter. Of course, had the driving 3-point play. Gio with it. Straight away for the Holton Shires. Now Dickinson at the free throw line. Crockett dumps it down inside. Bouchard, and he's fouled. Johnson called for the foul. That'll be his third.
The Academy foul number 32.
1-and-1 situation now for Bouchard at the free throw line.
Shooting 1-on-1, number 20.
And Holton does an excellent job moving Bouchard around. If he's got a smaller man on him, he'll go inside and post up. If he's got a bigger man, he'll more or less play the point. So very versatile performer.
1-and-1 for Bouchard. Front end on the way is good.
Doesn't really have a position. You can call him a forward, a guard, whatever. He's just a basketball player.
Second shot for Bouchard. That one's good as well. 2 of 2. 3-point Lee Academy lead. DJ Johnson takes his man off the dribble, drives to the hoop, puts it up and in, gets a nice friendly roll.
And he beat Bouchard off the dribble that time.
46-41, so back up to a 5-point ball game. And a holding foul called on Lee. That's going to go on Elder.
Elder applying pressure on Gio. Reached in. And a couple of silly fouls here have been committed by Lee Academy in the last few minutes.
Actually, it's on Karadzic. I thought it was going to be on the ball. It's off the ball on Harris Karadzic.
For a 1-and-1. Back in for the
his fourth.
20, Dustin Sawtell.
Sawtell checking in. Karadzic goes to the bench. Bouchard gets a 1-and-1.
And Karadzic had done a very good job defensively on Bouchard. It worked very hard.
The Western Maine game has gone final. 69-38, Durigo wins. There's the first shot for Bouchard, good.
So this is the only game in town.
This is it. We'll end tournament week here at the Bangor Auditorium. Second shot for Bouchard, gets that one. Made his last 6 from the free throw line, 6 of 8 tonight. And it's back down to a 3-point game. DJ Johnson for Lee Academy. Hands off to Wu. Now Diallo. Diallo, quick crossover dribble, gets by Bouchard. Stops, pulls up in the paint, off the glass, no good. Diallo follows, puts it up and in.
Diallo once again sticking with it. Gets penetration in the lane. Tough shot, but it stays with it and makes the follow-up.
So Diallo with the bucket, 48-43. Back to a 5-point Lee Academy lead, approaching the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Crockett comes near side. Gio with Bouchard. Wu on him. Stops in the lane. Nice jumper for Bouchard.
Kyle Bouchard.
And that was right over the top of Wu, who provided pretty good defense.
20 now for Bouchard. Still a 3-point game. Out front, Diallo. Diallo starts the drive, gets to the free throw line. Now out to Johnson. Pulls up with a jumper. Around and out, no good. Diallo skies for the board. And they'll reset it.
And Diallo's been a rebounding machine here in the second half.
Diallo on the drive. The shot's good, and the foul. Hangs in the air, puts it off the window and in, and a foul on Holton.
Well, he got the offensive rebound, so, and there he goes, taking off down the lane, being bumped along the way by Dickinson. Converts and now goes to the line for a three-point attempt.
21 now for Diallo.
Doing most of his damage in the second half.
And the free throw, no good. So he missed the shot. Lead stays at 5 points for Lee Academy. A lot of time left, 3:20. Gio up to Cole Buzzio. Buzzio has it stripped, stolen away by Elder. And a timeout called by Lee. So Coach Randy Harris wants to talk it over with his Lee Academy Pandas with 3:12 to play in the fourth quarter. In a 5-point Lee Academy lead, 50 to 45.
Well, Holton has found a way over the course of these last two games to hang around when things don't look good. They find a way to get a stop, to get a score, to hang in there, to make plays, to draw fouls, to go to the free throw line. So they're going to have to do it one more time.
They wipe the floor where it's dripping from the roof. It's all cleaned up and ready to go. The only game going on, every other Eastern or Western Maine championship game has been decided. Durigo winning Class C boys, that's the latest one to go final. Also tonight, the Deering boys in Class A knocked off Bonnie Eagle. So Deering will play Hampton Academy next week from the Cumberland County Civic Center in Portland. Lee Academy ball out of the timeout as Diallo gets it in to Johnson. 3:11 to play, Lee with a 5-point lead. They want to spread the court. Here's Elder. Elder with a drive to the basket. Now gives it off inside to Diallo, puts it up and in and draws the foul.
I think Elder got away with a walk too along the baseline.
Boubacar Diallo.
24 points now for Boubacar Diallo.
There he is with a spin. Dickinson reaches in. And then coming over from behind a little bit late was Jacob Drew.
Drew's first, 8th on the team. Diallo at the free throw line. It's up to a 7-point game.
Boubacar with 20, now 21 in this half.
Big game for Boubacar Diallo. 25 points for Diallo. Baseline goes to Bouchard, puts it up no good. He traveled. So a turnover. Lee gets the ball back, leading by 8.
And that saved Diallo from picking up a foul too, because he reached in clearly.
Slowly, Lee has pulled this lead up. They trailed actually by 3 coming into the fourth quarter.
Well, you had to be concerned if you're Holton with the overall athleticism of Lee Academy.
As Diallo stops, pulls up, foul line jumper, back rim, no good. Elder pulls it down and gives it back up top to Diallo. Diallo to Elder. And now Johnson. Johnson guarded by Bouchard. Elder now reaching foul, goes on Dickinson.
And athleticism shows up in things like offensive rebounds, deflections, getting to 50-50 balls, more so than the other team. Those are the kinds of things that Lee Academy has been able to do here in the second half.
Jason Wu checking in for Lee.
Number 11, Jasil Elder.
Elder at the free throw line. A 1-and-1 now for Elder.
And Elder's been pretty quiet tonight.
Only 1 point, and he missed that one. Rebound comes away to Holt. Shires don't have a lot of time to work with now, just over 2 minutes. Gio gives it up to Buzzio. Buzzio passes out. Bouchard stops. Bouchard for 3 off the front rim, no good. And the rebound taken out by Lee.
Shots look like they're on target, but he's been forced out about 3 to 5 feet further than he's used to shooting.
Diallo gets it up over midcourt. Running the show here for Lee Academy. Diallo drives. He's fouled.
And no help that time. Diallo took it from almost midcourt, get the ball all the way into the lane, and no rotation on the part of the Holton Shiretowners.
Personal foul number 40, Doug Dickinson. That's his.
Everybody's got to be aware of where the basketball is, and particularly if they're in the hands of somebody like Diallo.
Dickinson fouls out his 5th. Finishes up with 13 points in this one. And Dickinson, a senior.
Boubacar Diallo.
And a nice tournament run for the Holton Shires. This is the first one no good. He'd like to keep it going, but his team trails by 8 with 1:41 to play.
Well, Lee Academy is going to have to make some free throws, and Holton's going to have to make some three-point shots.
Makes the second.
Or a quick 2 anyway.
In the front court, Kyle Bouchard. Off to Guillot. 1.5 to play. Team trails it by 9. Bouchard back with it. Out front, trying to get the ball back, has Diallo on him. Very quick defender. And out front, a timeout called by Holton. Coach Rob Moran wants to talk it over. With 1:21 to play in this one.
And remember that Holton took a 3-point lead into this 4th quarter.
In for the Shiretowners, number 30, Dan Howe.
Shires talk it over again in their huddle. The floor gets wiped up. But it looks like we'll make it through without any major problems. 1:21 to play. Winner of this game is Durigo in the state championship. The Cougars knocking off Old Orchard Beach tonight. If Lee wins, it would be a rematch of last year's state championship game, but this time played at the Augusta Civic Center. Class B finals next Friday night. You'll see them on the stations of the Maine Public Broadcasting Network. At 7 o'clock, the Presque Isle Wildcats take on Lake Region. That'll be followed about 8:45 or so with the Gardner Tigers and the Yarmouth Clippers. Saturday, the Class C games at 1 in Augusta. The Class D games at 1 in Augusta. The Class C games at 7 in Augusta. And the A games are down at the Cumberland County Civic Center next Saturday afternoon and evening.
Well, Coach Moran has set his strategy here for the next 1:21, and we'll see what unfolds here. Defensively, they're going to have to foul. Offensively, everything is going to go through Kyle Bouchard, as you see right here.
Bouchard quickly double team. Pass goes inside. Swallowed in the glass, lays it in.
Now set your pressure.
And the foul on Bouchard. That sends DJ Johnson to the free throw line.
And the quick foul's okay.
Holton foul on number 20, Kyle Bouchard. That's his 3rd.
DJ Johnson goes to the line. He's got 11 points tonight. 11 quiet points, but he's done it. Scored when they needed him to. Harris Karacic checking back in with 4 fouls.
And Lee Academy in the double bonus for the rest of the way.
Johnson, first shot, back rim, no good. So not hitting free throws down the stretch here. They've missed 3 of them.
Back in for Lee Academy, number 21, Harris Karacic.
7-point game, 1:04 to play, so a 3-possession game right now. And the shot is good. Second one is good. 12 now for Johnson. Back to an 8-point game. Bouchard for Holton.
Using the high screen.
Gives it off to Guillot. Long distance 3-pointer. That's off the mark. Rebound taken off by Lee. Jasil Elder with the rebound and the foul on the Shires with 49 seconds to go.
I was about to say that Holton needs to score on about every offensive possession with this little bit of time left.
Team's over the limit. Jasil Elder at the line for 2.
Jasil Elder at the free throw line, shooting 2. As the first one's good.
Back in for the Pandas, number 5, Jason Wu.
One more here for Elder. Second one comes up short.
There's a Panda fan. Panda fan is waiting to erupt in pandemonium.
They are. I don't know if I could paint my head like that. I guess anybody's got a price.
Well, it works for some people, that look.
Bouchard Pulls up, three-pointer off the front rim, no good. Rebound taken down by Wu. And he's fouled. So Wu will walk the other way, shoot 2. Up to a 9-point lead. A foul for Holton on Cole Buzzio.
That's his third.
Third on Buzzio.
Jason Wu at the line for 2.
Wu with 2 points, coming back in the first quarter. First one's good.
Into the game for Holton, number 34, Zachariah Harvey, and number 42, Cody Woods.
Zachariah Harvey and Cody Woods coming in the game.
Holton's going to have a lot of players back.
They are.
They lose Dickinson out of the starting lineup, and that's it.
Into the game for Holton, number 24, Isaiah Strabel. Into the game for Lee Academy, number 20, Dustin Sawtell, and number 30, Blaine Guido.
Timeout called here by Lee Academy. So some subs coming in for both clubs. An 11-point ball game as Lee Academy finally came alive. They scored 23 points in this quarter, and Holton's only scored 9. That's the difference in the game.
Well, yeah, and they changed the complexion of the game really in the third quarter. Even though they made some ground scoring-wise, but really they changed the tempo of the game, and particularly Diallo. Got Diallo involved offensively, and Diallo really took control of the game here in the second half.
Yeah, Diallo's had a whale of a second half. Unofficially 26 points for Boubacar Diallo. DJ Johnson with 12. Lee Academy looking to take their second straight Eastern Maine championship. So subs in for both teams. Brad Kong checking in. Blaine Guido in for Lee Academy. In for the Holton Shire Towners, Noah Holmes, number 2. He's got the ball right now. Off in the corner, three-pointer for Strabel, comes up short, and the rebound ripped out by Lee. Off to Johnson, 24 seconds. Johnson in the front court, down to 19. Kicks it in the corner, Guido, out to Sawtell. Sawtell drives, baseline, Kong, up top to Elder. And now Sawtell as time ticks down. A good effort by the Holton Shire Towners, but too much Lee Academy tonight. And Lee Academy wins their second straight Eastern Maine championship. A 58-47 win over the Holton Shire Towners. Lee Academy celebrates another Eastern Maine crown. And we'll be back to the Bangor Auditorium for the awards presentation in just a moment.
High school basketball on MPBN is made possible by viewers like you and by Machias Savings Bank, a community bank committed to the economic development of eastern and northern Maine since 1869. MachiasSavings.com. OTT Communications, connecting your world, dedicated to the customers and communities they serve, proudly supporting Maine high school basketball. OTTCommunications.com.
The New England School of Communications. Your passion, our experience, your future. Visit us online at nescom.edu.
High school basketball on MPBN. It's been a Maine tradition for 33 years. And it's made possible because viewers like you recognize the value and support it. You can show your support right now when you order a DVD copy of this or any other game, and the proceeds help to ensure high school basketball will remain on MPBN for years to come. Our tournament coverage has always been member supported, and your support is more important than ever.
At the Bangor Auditorium, it's gone final. Lee Academy Pandas, the champions of Eastern Maine. They'll head on and play Durigo in the state championship. It'll be a rematch of last year's final. Durigo has now made the final for, this will be the 4th straight season. And they've yet to bring home the state championship, so we'll see if they do that next week. Should be a good game down at the Augusta Civic Center. There's a rematch of last year's final. The game before that, we'll see Central take on Halldale. Let's send it over to the floor and get the award ceremony. Public address announcer Reed Duras.
Schools, you represented your communities, schools, families, and friends extremely well. They should be proud of you, and you of them for their continuous support. At this time, would head coach Rob Moran and assistants Matt McCluskey and Wendell Harvey from Holton High School please step forward to present the individual runner-up awards. For Holton High School, senior managers Nick Hannigan, and senior manager Isaac Brown. Team personnel, freshman Noah Holmes. Freshman Jake Drew. Freshman Dan Howe. Freshman Christian Crane. And freshman captain Kyle Bouchard. Sophomores Isaac Cohn. Sophomore Cole Buzzio. Sophomore Elijah Crockett. And sophomore Nick Guillaude. Juniors Isaiah Straubel. Junior Dan Swallow. And seniors Zachariah Harvey. Senior Cody Woods. And senior captain Doug Dickinson. Maine Principals Association basketball committee members Dan Clifford, principal at Bucksport High School, and Jim Murphy, athletic administrator at George Stevens Academy, will now present this plaque to Holton High School, the Maine Principals Association 2012 Eastern Maine Class C Invitational Basketball Tournament runner-up. Congratulations on a great season and a great run here at the tournament. Once again, congratulations to Holton High School. And now at this time, would head coach Randy Harris and assistants Todd Thurlow and AJ Harris of Lee Academy please step forward to present the individual championship awards. Managers for the Pandas, sophomore Taylor Shorey. Senior manager Jenny Zhang. Team members, freshman Nate Thurlow. Freshman Kyler Peters. Freshman Brad Kong. Sophomores, Devin Peters. Sophomore, Sam Brown. Juniors, Mike Richardson. Junior, Brendan Burgoyne. Junior, Jason Wu. Junior, Boubacar Diallo. Lee Academy seniors, Harris Karadzic. Senior, DJ Johnson. Senior Captain Blaine Guido. Senior Captain Jasil Elder. Senior Captain Dustin Sawtell. And now at this time, Maine Principals Association Basketball Committee members Dan Clifford, principal at Bucksport High School, and Jim Murphy, athletic administrator at George Stevens Academy, will now present this plaque to Lee Academy, the Maine Principals Association 2012 Eastern Maine Class C Invitational Basketball Tournament champions. Gentlemen, good luck next weekend in Augusta, and bring that gold ball back to the East.
Lee Academy celebrates their second straight regional championship, picking up a 58-47 win over the Holton Shire Towners. So Lee Academy will once again take the hardware back, and they'll have a chance to play at the Augusta Civic Center next week, taking on the Durigo Cougars from the Augusta Civic Center. That'll be Saturday night about 9 o'clock, and we'll have that for you on the stations of the Maine Public Broadcasting Network. All the games will be televised live on MPBN next week. So check your local listings, check out mpbn.net. The basketball page is loaded with all kinds of information, videos, tournament brackets, scores, everything you can think of is on that page at mpbn.net. Of course, Lee Academy getting their championship picture taken on the Bangor Auditorium floor. The final time they'll play here this season. Because again, they'll play in Augusta. The B Championships next Friday night, the only state games in Bangor this year. The A's are in Portland, the C's and D's at the Augusta Civic Center. But for Lee, Ken, tonight, just a little bit too much Boubacar Diallo in the second half really got it going.
And it wasn't always pretty for Lee Academy. They struggle in certain phases of the game, but they also put together stretches of excellent basketball where they share the ball, where they make plays, where they can feature their athleticism of players like Diallo, Elder, and Johnson in particular. Their defense tonight stepped up, particularly in that fourth quarter, able to turn the things around.
Lee Academy last year knocked off Sumner in the Eastern Maine final. And this year they get a chance to knock off Holton, and they win the Eastern Maine Championship. As just a second, we'll send it over courtside and get some reaction to this one as people filtering out. A busy day of basketball. It's been a great day of basketball. 6 Eastern Maine Championship plaques handed out.
And we have to commend Holton for their outstanding performance here in the tournament. And they have a lot to look forward to in terms of their basketball future. They can key around Kyle Bouchard and get deep into the tournament for the next few years.
Yeah, they're moving on. Lee Academy 19-2. Holton finishes out their season at 500, 11-11, but they caught lightning in a bottle here in the tournament and played very, very well and got to a regional championship.
Well, just 1 quarter away, took a lead into the fourth quarter.
Durigo with just 1 loss in the season. Jim Baines has a victorious group of Pandas. Jim?
Yeah, the 2-time Eastern Maine champion, Lee Academy Pandas. Let's start. We'll start with Dustin Sawtell. He's right here next to me. Senior year, Eastern Maine. I know you had the gold ball last year, but it still feels real sweet here.
Yeah, 2 years in a row, my junior and senior year. It couldn't get much better, but except next week, if we can go down to Augusta and get the gold ball, it'd be even better. It'd be awesome.
All right. Is there a little bit of a focus right now, which is saying, yeah, Eastern Maine's nice, but we're here to get a gold ball again?
Yeah, coming into the year, this is a nice place to be, but the gold ball is what we really want.
All right. Very good. Let's talk to DJ. You had a 12-point effort tonight. You come off the island, Islesboro, you go up to Lee, and you win an Eastern Maine championship. Just what you wanted, right?
Yeah. We came Islesboro. We had a first-round loss in the playoffs last year, so I really needed this, and we got it.
Is everything you dreamed was, or is it feeling better or worse? What do you think?
It's not quite there yet. We need that one more, and I'll be feeling all right.
You're all about the gold ball, not just the regional there.
I don't want to know that.
Very good. How good was Harris today?
Harris came up big in the second half.
Yeah, second half, that's when things started to kind of get together for you. It was a little struggle in the first half. What do you think made it better for you?
I don't know. This is my first year here, and I'm really glad because we won this. And I know I didn't play very well this game, but we won, and that's only the matter.
All right, sounds good here. All right, quick question for everybody. How many points did Mr. Diallo score? What's a guess?
10.
I didn't ask turnovers here. How about 25? 25, 21 in the second half there. A little very strong here. What? Yeah, you just did. Coach Harris say something to you at halftime that you came out blazing there?
He said everything to me. Said everything. You got to get my head in the game. I got to get down there and get some rebounds. My man DJ kickouts. That's it. We still got one more to go though. It's not over.
Still feels great though. I'll ask you to say a few words, and there it goes. By the way, what happened? I know you got some blood. Was it your lip, or what? What did you start bleeding?
I don't know what it was. I was just focused on the game. Yeah, I think it was my lip.
Yeah. You got a small cut there, but congratulations to you. Let's get if Coach Harris has a minute there, if we can pull him away from the reporters for a second. Coach. Yep. 2, 3, 4. Hang on 1 second there, gentlemen. Yep. All right. Well, if he's going to take a couple of minutes there. Just more thoughts here from DJ here. Now, just so everybody doesn't know, you are in Islesboro. You were born in, not born on Islesboro, but raised here from us, right?
I was born in Michigan. But
born in Michigan,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and then I moved to Islesboro like 5 years ago with my dad and my sister. And my dad thought it was time for a change, and the academy, their coach called. I mean, the principal, the headmaster.
Yeah.
They called, and I'm there now.
All right, very good. And it's more than just the basketball. Basketball is great, but the academic change has been good for you.
It's a good academic school. It's really getting me ready for college and the dorm life and all that.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good. I don't know if Coach Harris is going to be caught up or he's going to stick there. So, seeing we're running out of time, I think we'll just wrap it up right here. Guys, good luck on Friday night. Or excuse me, yeah, good luck. This coming Friday night. We'll be down in Augusta.
Yeah, March 2nd.
All right, you ready for it?
Absolutely.
All right, so in the meantime, let's do this again. Tell the camera what it's like to be two-time Eastern Maine champs.
Lee Academy, the champions. Right now, let's take a look at a highlight reel from today's games at the Bangor Auditorium. Toby Nelson saying good night from the Bangor Auditorium in Championship Saturday.